Hello everyone and welcome to Mommy Trader. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about our 2021 goals, and our goals range from financial to physical and health to relationship to mental goals and everything in between. So if that sounds like it interests you, please hit that like button. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and hit that little bell notification so you don't miss a video every time that I upload. Let's get into the video. So our first goals is our financial goals. Now, our first financial goal is to increase our 401k contributions by 2%. I believe we are currently at 10% and we would like to increase that. And we do that by increasing it 1% on my husband's birthday and my birthday as a gift to our future selves. So this year we plan to increase our 401k contributions by 2%. Next, we want to invest a minimum of $25,000 into our tax brokerage accounts. Keep in mind, this does not include any bonuses, any income from my husband's side business, or anything of the like, whether that's tax refunds or rental income. This is strictly from the 9-to-5 job. So we want to invest a minimum of $25,000. Our third financial goal is to purchase a second property. That's the reason why our $25,000 minimum is a little lower for us. We can usually invest about $35,000, but we know we're going to need cash to purchase our second rental property, and we want to make sure that we set aside money for that. And we want to purchase this second rental property probably in the fall sometime. And so we want to make sure that we have the money set aside for that. And that's a goal for us. We want to achieve financial independence, and one way we can do that is by investing in real estate. Our fourth financial goal for the year is to achieve a $550,000 net worth and achieve $1 million in assets. Now we know the asset part might not be as important because net worth is your liabilities from your assets, but it just will give us a motivating number to see when we can see we have $1 million in assets. And we are at about $900,000 in assets, and you'll see more detail about our net worth when I post a video about it, so stay tuned for that. Our next financial goal for this year, and we have been doing this already, is to give and donate more. Now, 2020 really has shown why those who do have a little more to spare should give more. Whether you believe in Democrat or Republican, it's just something that human beings should do for each other, is to help each other. And we are big fans of giving. We give our tithe to our church. We also do offering, and we give money to different people and to different organizations. We are a big fan of the Salvation Army. Again, whether you believe in what they stand for or not, we do like the fact that when you donate money, it goes to where it's needed. We love to sponsor children at Christmas and etc. And so our plan is to keep that going this year, is to make sure we don't have all of our pennies kind of tied up in the market, but rather think about others. And that's something that's really important to us. So those are our financial goals for 2021. Let's move on. Now, mental and spiritual goals. This is also really important for me because, again, 2021 was really chaotic mentally. It was a lot of uncertainty going on, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and I really want to make sure that I protect myself from that. And one of the ways that I would like to do that is to pray daily and more often. I do pray, but I do want to make it something that's more often and daily. It helps keep me centered, I think. And it goes along with the second goal we have, which is to meditate 3 times a month. I really enjoy meditating, but with 3 kids, and I have, again, a son who has special needs, it can be kind of challenging to meditate, but I will make time for this, for my husband and myself, and to make time for us, because it's really important to kind of keep ourselves centered. The third goal for us this year is to limit our internet after 7. I used to always have my phone in the bed with me or wherever I was, and I realized that I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't settle down mentally. And I realized once I started limiting my internet consumption after 7, I was able to give my mind a couple of hours to kind of detach from social media or news or anything of the like, and go to sleep and have a restful night's sleep. So I want to continue that this year, is to limit the internet after 7. Our next spiritual and mental goals is to read through the Bible again. Again, I'm a Christian, and I think, again, if 2020, sorry, really let us in on anything, is you really need to have a centered spiritual life, because 2020 was insane. And I have read through the Bible and I want to do it again. That's something that's really important to me, and I want to make that a goal this year. Second, I want to continue my Facebook and Instagram abstinence. Now, if you don't know, I don't have, or if you can see rather, Mommy Trader is not on Facebook and it's not on Instagram. Yes, I know it's a business, but again, this is more so protecting me. I used to be really addicted to Facebook and Instagram, like just hours and hours of scrolling, just constant scrolling, not really looking for anything. I was so busy looking at what other people were doing, and I really had to cut the cord. It was affecting my marriage, me as a mother, my life in general, and I had to let it go. And I can't tell you, it's been a year now, and I can't tell you how freeing it has been for me. I can't tell you how much more time I feel like I have in a day, which is kind of weird, but you have more time to do things. I'm happier. My relationship is stronger and better, and I want to continue that into 2021. And finally, our last goal is to limit news intake. It seems like every time you turn on the news, there's something so wrong. And I'm not against posting, reality, but goodness gracious, it's just so much. I just limit my news intake. I try to keep it to something online where I can kind of scroll through and scan really quickly, so I'm not kind of ingesting unnecessary things. So there are our mental and spiritual goals for 2021. Let's move on. Now, physical goals. Now, let's be honest. 2021, there was a lot of eating going on. I was home, kids were home, everybody was working. There's a lot of good stuff that was being prepared in the kitchen, a lot of ordering in, and as a result, I gained some pandemic pounds. So I want to lose 15 pounds this year. I think it's really possible. I'm already losing 5 pounds. It's just limiting what I'm eating, really. I'm already pretty active with the kids. And so I want to make sure I hit that goal this year of losing 15 pounds. My next physical goal is to make, and this is important, y'all, attend all doctor's appointments. As mamas, as parents, we tend to put the children and others first. We'll make their appointments and make sure they go, but what about us? And I want to make sure that that is a goal for me this year, which is to make and attend all my appointments. That's my GYN, that's my physical doctor, that's my eye doctor, that's my dentist. I mean, everything in between, my chiropractor. I want to visit and attend all my doctor's appointments this year, because if I don't take care of myself, then how can I take care of anyone else? A next physical goal that I have is to have bath time 2 times a week. Now, showers are very easy. I can just jump in and out, but I really do relax when I just sit in a nice hot bath with a tablet so I can watch a show, maybe some water and a little piece of chocolate. That is heaven to me. And I want to make sure that I continue that by taking baths 2 times a week. It's something that really helps my mental aspect of myself as well as my physical aspect. So I want to make sure that I continue that. I have been doing really good with taking baths 2 times a week, and I want to make sure that I continue that into 2021. And finally, my last physical goal for the year is to focus on self-care. And that's skincare, make sure I do some DIY mani and pedis on myself, and get back into makeup. I used to really love makeup, but with 2020, everything kind of paused and it was kind of reshifting everything. And I kind of let that go, and I want to get that back. And so that's my last goal for the year, is to focus on self-care. Let's move on. Now, for the channel, again, my channel is new, but I do think that I should have a plan for it. And these are my goals for the year. I want to earn 2,000 subscribers. That'd be so wonderful. Again, if you haven't, please like and subscribe to the video. I promise you this is a very authentic, transparent, open channel. This is a no judgment-free zone. This is a judgment-free zone, and I really hope that you guys stick around. Next, I want to upload twice a week. I think that I can probably do 3, but at least 2 times. I want to make sure I don't overdo it for myself. So I figure, let me just have a goal of uploading twice a week. Third, I want to become monetized, hopefully around the end of the year. But I mean, if it becomes monetized sooner, that'd be a blessing. But again, I would like to become monetized. I think anybody who starts a YouTube channel wants to become monetized, but I want to make sure that I earn your subscribership. And so again, if you like this video, please feel free to subscribe. And lastly, I want to be consistent and steady. I don't want to kind of start and then stop and you don't hear from me, but rather be consistent. I already have several videos ready and just scheduled out. So if I could kind of stay like a 2 week ahead, maybe a week to 2 weeks ahead, that'd be great. But it kind of gives myself some grace and flexibility, because life do happen. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and so I want to make sure that I am consistent overall and steady. I just want to make sure that you guys have content and that I am consistent. So those are my goals for the channel this year. Next are my personal goals. Now these are separate from my physical goals because that really focuses on the body. These are more goals for myself that brings me happiness and joy. And so the first goal I have is positive self-encouragement. I am one of those people that have a hard time just enjoying the moment. I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always thinking about the what ifs. I'm always thinking about what could go wrong. And I really want to focus more on being in the moment and telling myself, just enjoy yourself. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the what ifs. Just enjoy yourself. And so I want to include more positive self-encouragement for myself this year. Second, I want to finish learning for at least on the piano. I started and then stopped, and I really, really was proud of myself for the progress that I did make, and I want to continue that this year. So that's a personal goal, is to finish learning for at least on the piano. And last is to pick sewing back up and make a garment. I used to love being on the machine, the sewing machine, and I want to get back into that and make a garment this year. And I believe that with the time, by block scheduling my time, I can pick that back up. So these are my personal goals for the year. Next is my family and relationship goals. This is also really important to me because of the pandemic and really realizing what's really important, and that's making time for those around you that you love. So my first goal is to make time for hubby. He's working from home, I'm home, the kids are home, and sometimes it's really hard to squeeze that in, but we can have little personal date nights. We can make time for each other, and I do want to make sure that I set aside some time for him and myself. Our next goal is to celebrate our 16th wedding anniversary. And so I'm 36 and I got married at 20 years old. And this is something really important for us. We don't have too many people around us our age who are married or have been married that long. And especially with the pandemic, a lot of relationships fell apart. And we want to really honor the fact that we are together and we have been together so long, especially as a younger couple. And so, yes, we want to make sure we celebrate our 16th wedding anniversary in style this year. Our next goal is to continue our family nights every Friday. Friday is a night we set aside. We don't have anything planned, and the children and my husband and myself, we may play the video game together. We may watch a movie. We may play a board game together. We may cook together. Something where we're all together. There's no phones unless we're playing music or something. But we're just spending time. We're talking, we're laughing, we're eating together, and that's really important for us. Our next goal is to spend time with each kid separately. So we do have a teenager and we have two boys, and a girl who's a teenager, excuse me, and we have two sons. And we want to make sure that we have individual time with each kid just to talk with them, see how they're feeling, what's going on in their minds, making sure that they know that they are loved and are cared for and are important to dad and myself. And so we want to make sure we spend time together with each kid, even if we're home. Just drive, maybe take a drive together, just the kid and us. Maybe, make their favorite meal, watch their favorite movie, something to let them know that we're thinking about them and that they are cared for and that they are important. And our last family and relationship goal for 2021 is to complete our will and give a copy to a family member. Again, as older millennials, anything can go wrong at any time. Nobody is promised tomorrow. And we want to make sure that we have all of our eggs together. And we want to make sure that everything is squared away. And we want to complete our will. And I know that sometimes it can be a kind of morbid subject, but it is important, and because we all are going to have to pass that way one day. And we want to make sure that everything is in order. So those are our family and relationship goals for 2021. That's the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope you guys took the time out to write your goals for 2021 and leave a comment below. What are some of your goals? Do you have financial goals? Do you have family goals? Maybe health and spiritual goals, maybe physical goals? Leave a comment below and share about that. Also, don't forget to share this video, like this video, and subscribe if you haven't. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.